Today, we're going to talk about the crucial steps that it takes to downsize. Today, we're going to talk about step one. All of the 5 steps are crucial, but today we're going to focus on step one, which is planning to get you to have a successful move. And when I say successful, I mean, yes, you're physically moved, your stuff has been moved, but then also emotionally as well, you are emotionally ready to move as well. And this can take time and this can take a process, but with the right support, with the right plan, which we're going to talk about today, you can make this downsizing journey less overwhelming. It will always be emotional, but it can be less overwhelming and maybe less emotional than going about this with no plan. And I don't know if you're like me, but I don't like to be told what to do. So if I'm going to be told to move, or if I'm deciding that I'm going to move somewhere, I want to be able to make the decisions ahead of time rather than someone else making those decisions for me. So I think most people like that as well. And the way to do that is to start planning ahead of time. If you don't start making that plan ahead of time, then unfortunately what happens many times is people are told what to do, or some of those plans are made for them. And nobody likes that. That is rarely a situation where it's comfortable for anyone. So my advice is just to start right now. Start looking at places, start figuring some things out, talking through different options, talking about it with people. It does not mean that you need to move right away. And like I said, you may never move, but having that plan in place gives you some peace of mind. And in this video at the end, I have a bunch of questions that you can ask that allow you to kind of get your mind working on things that might be important to you in that next move. So you may be asking, why would somebody even want to do this, right? Why would they want to downsize when it's so much work? Why do I want to downsize? You may be asking yourself. Well, there are actually 3 kind of main reasons that people are doing this. The first one is for social engagement. So, there are quite a few studies out there that show that people who are engaged, people that are social and that are out in the community and interacting with others are generally healthier, a lot of times happier, and have a smile on their face. My grandma's 99 and she is always active. She's always involved. She's been involved in sewing, and now she's in an independent living community where she's doing activities all day long. I tried to call her the other day and she says, I can't talk right now. I'm in an exercise class. Okay, so she calls me back and she's like, I couldn't answer then, and she leaves a message and she says, hey, I am heading to crafts and then I'm going to dinner. So could you just text me? She's 99. She's 99. So I'm like, sure, I'll text you. So we just text out our communication, but her mind is sharp. She's there. She's being social. And so many people find that that is a great way to be in a community, like a 55 and older community, independent living community, even assisted living communities give you that opportunity to be social and to keep your, social and your activity gears going. A second reason that a lot of people might choose to downsize or move into independent living or 55 plus is just to kind of, keep yourself healthy and moving our bodies, eating better. All of those things sometimes are harder to do when we're just at home by ourselves and, just fixing popcorn for dinner or something like that. My mom used to fix a lot of popcorn for dinner. But anyway, those are things that when you get out in a community where people, there's people that are active and kind of buzzing around, it helps you to also continue to move your body and stay active, stay healthy. And a third reason why a lot of people choose to move or downsize is because sometimes a house can be overwhelming. I've made a couple of videos about that, but sometimes the maintenance of a home, or maybe something goes wrong with the plumbing, or you need to mow the yard more often than you want to. So a lot of those types of things can add additional stress. And like all people, the more stress you have in your life, the less healthier people are. So if sometimes those deferred maintenance, those deferred things that we've put off because either we don't want to do them, we don't know the right people to do them, or we don't have the money to do them, become quite stressful. So that's another reason why a lot of people choose to downsize or to get into something that manages or fits their lifestyle a little bit better. So just briefly to touch on some of the other steps. So once you have a plan in place, or at least you've kind of at least gone out and done your due diligence and have answered some of these questions for you, it doesn't have to be done in all of, these exact steps, but these steps are designed to make the whole process a little bit easier, less stressful, right? So once you kind of have some of that planning done, you can move to step 2, which is really sharing your plan, maybe your plan A and your plan B, with your family and your friends, because that's important too. You don't need to do this all in isolation, but yet you also probably want to make as many of the decisions on your own as possible, but it's important to share those with your family. So step 2 is how to do that, how to kind of draft a letter, to put out your plan, put all the details there to help that out. And then step 3 in the process is to surround yourself with qualified professionals that can help you. I had mentioned earlier about people who can help you downsize as far as organization. Maybe a senior move manager is very helpful, estate planners, maybe a liquidator, all different, we can kind of talk about what some of those options are and where you're at in the process. As well as professionals who you maybe want to do some work around your house or get it ready. Of course, selling your house as is awesome, is an option that a lot of mature movers love, right? Where you don't have to do anything. So that's an option as well. And working with people who understand that this is an emotional process that you're going through, and just providing that maybe extra time, extra care, and just helping through that process. So step 4 is kind of taking all the stuff that we have talked about in step 3 as far as collecting or gathering our professionals, and that is the actual step 4 is actually downsizing and moving things where they need to be, eliminating things that maybe you're going to donate or sell, those types of things. So step 4 is really the process of how to get that done. And then step 5 is really just celebrating your new place and your new lifestyle. And within that celebration is also giving yourself some grace, allowing yourself to time and space to know that it's not where you were, but that as we know, we all know that the only thing that stays constant is actually change, right? Like we've all lived enough life to know that things do not stay the same, things are changing. Even though it's sometimes difficult, we can always find new joys in new experiences. And I think that keeps us all young as well, is just being open to that, to change, and celebrating the good things and focusing less on those maybe things that you don't like or negative aspects of a new lifestyle that when you were really happy on your old lifestyle, right? So those are the 5 steps in a nutshell. And again, there's a downloadable PDF there that has just all of those questions, just in that pre-planning stage, questions that you can ask yourself. My name is Julie Spaulding. I sell real estate here in the Kansas City market, and I work with people who are wanting to downsize, right size, or senior movers who are looking to change the arrangement that they're living in so that it better fits their lifestyles. So I wanted to tell you that a lot of this information is from Nikki Buckaloo, and she is the owner and CEO of the Senior Real Estate Institute. And it's a place where I do coaching so that I can help people that are looking to downsize, right size, or just looking for some of that support that is needed as you're moving into kind of this next phase of your life. All right, I will see you next time, and happy downsizing.